Oh, I guess we're going to do the intro and everything like that as well. Welcome, everybody, into another rip-roaring edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. It is I, Scotty, from out here in LA and all the way across to the home state of New Jersey with his new, new spiffy hat on over over that is Mr. Beer.
It's old.
That
It's got
news,
paint stains
that
on
old
it.
spiffy hat over there, classic. That's a classic, I meant.
Yeah.
Retro. Beer Baron, how's it going, dude? Sam Wu is behind the scenes. I really don't know what he's doing. I think he's making fish sticks or something. Catfish sticks. Actually, he found, there's catfish frozen sticks, apparently. And Sam Wu and the catfish.
He loves it.
He loves it.
It's
he loves
disgusting.
it.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I didn't time it right because I'm sitting here eating these delicious pretzel bites, and I was like, oh, I have time. Normally, I can time up our intro, but much like you, I was reading to my daughter before I came on, and I definitely dozed off, as did you. So we're nappers. We like to nap, and nothing like knocking out the cobwebs a little bit, but something that the Devils desperately need to do as well is knock out these cobwebs, because my goodness, this 3-game losing streak is not good, especially with everybody in our division seeming like they're starting to wake up. And yesterday's game in Philadelphia was one of the worst showings this team has had. And there's a lot that we got to unpack, not just from yesterday, but from the last couple of games, and I guess over this last stretch. But I don't know, Scotty. I don't know what your thought process is on this one, but this team, it's some games they have it, and some games they look like they're ready to go, and some games they look like they're absolutely asleep at the wheel. And I hate to say it because I disagree with this thought process, but there's a lot of people, names that I will not say, that say that Nico Hischier needs to have the C ripped off his jersey, and it needs to be given to somebody else. I don't know, man.
That one, well, first off, let me say, thank you to you and to Vinny and to everyone else, because I know I've been out this week. I haven't been on Devils After Dark. Had some family in town and going all over the place, so thank you, everyone, for filling in, pitching in. You've been doing a great job. Helping out all over the place, by the way. I want to give you a little credit, Mr. Beer Baron. You've been popping up on Game Day Live. You've been here. You've been there. You've been everywhere. Hey, we know you're a busy guy. You got the kids, kind of got a little bit of a, with the job and everything, it's a little bit of a time issue there, getting yourself available for these things, but you have made yourself available. So I just want to give you a little love as well. We always like to tease you about things, and of course it's teasing. It's not real. It's just teasing. But when you do some good stuff, hey, I want to give you a little credit for it, kid.
Thanks,
pat on the back there.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we like hearing from our Beer Baron more often and hearing his opinions on things. But yeah, so I didn't really get to see. I only saw bits and pieces of the game yesterday. But this narrative that has come out about that, I could not disagree anymore with it. This is the same guy who was involved in all 3 of the goals yesterday, correct? He scored 2 of them and set the other one up. It's that Nico Hischier, correct?
Yes, and listen, folks, I know the Islanders have jumped us in the standings right now, but it's only by a point, so let's relax on that. And Carolina's only 3 points ahead. Yes, that Nico Hischier, the same one.
That Nico Hischier. So the guy that came out when the team needed it and scored 2 goals and set up another one. That's the guy we want to demote.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, and we're going to get back to that in 1 second. Because the only reason I'm saying this is because I just looked up the standings right now. We are sitting 3rd in the Metro right now, And we are one loss away from basically being in 6th place, because right now Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and Columbus have 25 points. Washington has 24, and even the Rangers, who suck, are at 22. So we'll get back into the Nico Hischier thing, but I just kind of wanted to just bring that to your attention too, of the current standings of where we are. But yeah,
You
Nico
mean every
Hischier,
it's the way every division is in the NHL.
Every division is right now. The parity in this league is the best out of any league, because even the bad teams are going to win, and even the bad teams can beat you any given night. It doesn't matter. Teams will go on hot streaks. There's 82 games in the season for a reason. And I almost wanted to get into this podcast tonight and be like, is it time to hit the panic button? But before we get to that, and like, I did get sidetracked because I have ADD and I have to look at, all the little Skittles that I'm eating. And then, but going back to Nico Hischier, like, I hate when people, because it happens with every captain. And if you don't believe so, if you've been around this team long enough, the last captain that nobody actually questioned might have been Scott Stevens.
Right.
After that, Patrick Elias, Scott Niedermayer for like 5 seconds. Jamie Langenbrunner used to get questioned all of the time.
Andy Green.
Andy Green all the time. Bryce Salvador
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
So this is nothing new.
Why did you make him a captain? You should have traded him instead.
This is one of those things where it's like, Nico, there's no fight and there's no accountability on the team. And sometimes his team looks listless. The captain
Wasn't
has
it
something
Nico
to do
that
with
was throwing those uppercut haymakers in the corner in the previous game?
Yes.
Is what that is that Nico Hischier, right? Okay. All right, just want to check. Just want to check and make sure. I got all my facts confirmed.
Nico is doing everything he needs to do by leading by example. If you don't think that he's doing what he needs to do, then his effort on the ice, does he need to score more? Yes. Guess who else needs to score more? Timo Meier.
The entire team.
Brad. The entire
team needs to score more. They need to get out of the Jack Hughes aftershock. It happens every year. Jack seems to, have something pop up, whatever. But this team goes into this, like, we can't play without Jack Hughes mode. Yes, you guys can. And, don't forget as well, this team has been very, very critically bit by the old injury bug early on in this season. We are missing a number of people on this team, and we also have a number of people just coming back and getting into their groove. So a 3-game losing streak does not have me overly concerned, especially because, the Devils have struggled a little bit so far on the road. These were all road games. You're coming back home. If they lay a turd at home tomorrow night against Detroit, if they get blown out at home like 5-1 or something, then I'll say, like, maybe we need to have a players meeting or something. Maybe we have a little trouble brewing. But even if they lose something like 4-3 on a last, in a last shot of the game or an OT, I'm not going to get too worked up about it. If they lose something like 5-1 on the home ice, then I'm going to be like, oh boy, what's going on here?
I agree.
But am I that concerned? Nah. Look at how we started the season with with that win streak. Now you're having a little lose streak. It happens.
And Just Sports on the Twitter. By the way, hello to everybody out there that's on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on everywhere you can watch us on every.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say hi to everyone.
Yeah, hi to everybody.
Yeah.
By the way,
Corbin, there you go. There's a player in Vancouver with a C too. I heard he might be available as well.
We'll get into that in a little bit. Because that's a big hot topic that seems to be rearing its head right now.
The panic trades.
Yeah, but Just Sports is saying we are missing Pesce more than Hughes, and thankfully he should be back sooner. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like that to me was the catalyst to where things started going wrong with this team. I hate
Yeah.
to say
Yep.
this and sound like an I told you so idiot, but like the beginning of the
Go
year,
ahead. Go ahead.
we
You can do it.
talked about the importance of the health of the team.
Health.
We kept saying, if this team is healthy, they're dangerous. When they went on that 8-game winning streak, what were they? They were goddamn healthy. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what pisses me off about everybody panic. Oh my God. You take out any team in the NHL, and everyone's like, oh, fire Fitzgerald, get Nico as the captain, get rid of Keefe. You go to any team in the NHL, you take out their top, if not their top defender, their 1B defender in Pesce. You screw up all the defensive pairings that happen. You bring up Kowalski and White into the lineup for a couple games, which, okay, they were serviceable for a little while, but sometimes those guys skate like they're skating in mud. And then you go and you lose piece after piece after piece. You get a goaltender who clearly something's wrong with him. Clearly something's wrong with Markstrom.
Yes.
And you get Allen, who's not supposed to be the starter, standing on his head for as many games as he did. Yeah, he fell apart late last night in that game in Philadelphia, but guess what, dude? The guy has been playing out of his mind so far in the entire
It
season.
happens.
He's due to have a clunker. You lose Markstrom, you lose Pesce, then you lose Jack to this goddamn freak accident, which, come on, why? Why does this have to happen? I could scream at the top of my lungs.
Well, that's so he can go out with Tate McRae. We're gonna win the Tate McRae series. You know, that's gonna be important. You know, we haven't had one of those ladies there since PK and what was her name, Lindsey Vaughn. You know, use a little bit of that.
But the point that I'm getting to is like, it's like, you know, you lose one guy and you could be like, you could get on the excuse train and be like, excuse, right? Like, oh, we lost Jack, and they're like, oh yeah, the offense suffered, and like we'll go feel boo-hoo-hoo. No, like the pieces that they miss. It's not like Andre Palat's going out for 6 weeks to 8 weeks. It's not like a fourth liner is going out 6 to 8 weeks. We're missing the most important pieces to the team. And then people, oh, we suck. We're terrible. Fire Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, yeah. Is there certain things? Could he panic right now? And go after Quinn Hughes? Sure. Could he panic right now and like try to go get Stamkos or somebody else and probably, guess what, overpay because the teams are dumb and they see that we're in a panic mode?
We're at a disadvantage right now. We're not in the power seat of trades at the moment
at all,
because
we got our hat in our hand and we're like, please, sir, can I have some more? Can I have some more of your scraps, please? That's where we're at. So weather the storm. Weather the storm. Hi, Sam. I thought you were going to be in the background all day.
No, I was.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were taking the day off, Sam.
I was, but I just have
Did you burn the catfish sticks?
Well, kind of. But I have 2 questions for you. I got a question for both of you guys.
And Scotty, Dubs, I'm going to get to you.
Scotty, did you watch the game yesterday?
I didn't get to see all of it, no, because I wasn't home. So
Beer
I just
Baron.
saw bits and pieces of it.
Beer Baron, did you watch the entire game yesterday?
Did I watch the entire game? There was points of the game where I turned off because I got so pissed off. But yes, I watched, I'd say 92% of it.
I'll tell you the reason why I was pissed off yesterday.
I rage quit it like a few times.
I was at the game with Tom. 36 seconds, they scored 3 goals. Inexcusable.
Yeah.
You could have all these excuses and all that. It's on 2 people, in my opinion. Sheldon Keefe for not calling a timeout when it was starting to get pretty lousy. You know, I don't know, but, you know, in terms of Nico Hischier, you know, this leading by example, but I don't hear him calling out his teammates. Like, I don't hear any of that.
I don't need that.
Time
I
out.
don't need
Yes,
that.
you do.
Time out.
Yes, you do.
No.
Scott Stevens did that. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Time out.
You keep
Go
that.
ask,
You keep
how's that
crap
working across
in
the
the
river?
locker room.
How is that
Yeah,
working
you
across the
keep
river
that-
with
Yeah.
Miller?
No.
How's Captain
No.
Stiff Legs over there doing? When that dude gives
No.
up, that dude gives up on plays, and he's the first one to start calling people out.
No,
Calling
thank
people
you.
out in the
Keep
media.
that
It's
in the
called
locker
it's
room.
called accountability. I'm not saying
Yeah, it's
throw them
not
under
accountability.
I'm not saying
Keep it
throw
in
them
the
under the
locker room.
bus, but again, how many more excuses do we have to see this crap? This has been going on for years.
I mean, this is a 3-game losing streak.
But it's the same.
This is
It's
not-
the same thing, Scotty. Even
It's not the-
even
it's not the whole
Sheldon
season, though.
Keefe, even Sheldon Keefe said it in the interview. Because again, Bryce Salvador is asking a question: is it uncharacteristic? He's like, no, it is character. Sheldon Keefe was telling the truth. This team sucks. They're inconsistent, and it keeps on happening.
I can't give a 3-game stretch.
I'm not talking about
definition
3.
of
I'm
this
not
team
talking.
sucks, because they were literally the best team in the league for the entire season.
They're
up to this point.
inconsistent.
A 3-game losing streak.
It's going to be 8. I'm predicting it right now.
Okay. I'm predicting
Wow.
they'll win tomorrow night, and then everyone will be like, "Oh my god!" Ah."
If they lose 8 in a row, do you keep Keefe, or do you fire him and bring back Pete DeBoer? Because Pete DeBoer's out there,
I mean, hey, he'll definitely call people out in the press conference. We saw that pretty pretty regularly there last year in the postseason. How about your new goaltender you just signed for a number of years? Let's call him out and make him a chump. I don't think anything needs to be said in the press at this moment by Nico Hischier. Keep that in the locker room unless it's a really serious issue. None of us are on that bench, so none of us know what was said during this. I would agree with Sam, though, that Sheldon Keefe probably should have called a timeout in that span.
For sure.
So for me, in this situation, I look more at the coaching at the moment than I'm looking at the captain. When you
I do too.
hear, when you hear the, we had a players only meeting and they still come out flat for a game or two after that, then, okay, the captain's message is not getting there. But I think a lot of this also has to do with the way the lines are being combined. Is right now you've turned into a one-line team, basically. You got Timo, Nico, and Jesper all on one line.
Okay,
You
but then
got to
that
split up.
becomes
You gotta
like,
put-
is that a Fitzgerald problem too? Did he not construct this team well enough? Because before Jack got hurt, everybody was like, Gritz is an answer. So you take out one forward, obviously the most important forward, but you take out one forward, and it's like removing a pin from the side of a little bridge and watching the entire bridge crumble into the river. Like, that doesn't make sense. If we were talking about how much depth this team had in the beginning of the year.
I think it does have the depth, but yes, taking out Jack Hughes obviously is a major piece. That's just like playing Jenga and being like, I'm just going to go with this one and see what happens. And the whole thing falls down. In my mind, putting everyone on your biggest offensive weapons on that top line is what Sheldon Keefe was not doing. He was spreading everything out. He wasn't making like a Nico, Jesper, Jack top line over there. I would say keep Nico and Timo together. Get Jesper Bratt off of that line and onto another one. Get him with Gritsuk and Mercer, because now it feels like once Mercer left the comfortable reins of Nico and Timo, I haven't heard as much from him. He's not I'm going to make it all happen by myself type of player. Nico Hischier can go in there and do that. Timo Meier can go in there and do that. Jesper Bratt obviously can go in there and do that. He's probably the best one on the team at this moment that you can say makes the others around him better. Move him to the second line. Timo and Nico can take care of themselves. Move Jesper Bratt to the second line, and now you're going to cause the other teams to have to play a little bit more tight defense there and not take so many chances. Because right now, once you get past that first line, your biggest threat is a kid who's played, 21 games in the NHL? 20 games in the NHL? What game are they on? 21? and Gritsuk. They need to get Paul Cotter going. This is someone who provided a lot of depth scoring last year, and he has not come through so far. He's got to step it up. I think you hit the nail on the head with the defense with Brett Pesce. He is far more important to this team than I think a lot of people realize. Not only but like locker room leadership there, just going out there. And you said Nico playing by example. Brett Pesce does the same damn thing, sacrificing his body for a lot of block shots. And I know Siegs has been doing it, and he's been trying to, but I think I think Brett Pesce is he's just better, like there's different talent levels between players. And Pesce is a very good defenseman, and him going down.
The drop off between having Pesce in your lineup and having a guy like Kowalski, or however you say his name. Like, and it's not a knock against him. Like, it is, and it isn't. It is that he was asked to do too much, right? Or at least that's what it looks like. And to be honest with you, like you look at when they put Hughes and Nemec together, there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, that's stupid. Why would you put those two guys together?" Well, first of all, boy, oh boy, were they dynamic together. Those two. The only upside to losing Pesce the way we did for the amount of time that we did, and the only upside to losing Dougie for a stretch the way we did and for how long we did, is it showed that these two are ready for that next step. That is one of the saving graces to what happened to the defense during this stretch of like, yeah, it sucks. Like, yeah, there were games that we should have won. Losing 1-0 to the Panthers, I feel like you have Jack, that's a completely different game. 1,000%.
Tough game.
But
tough game. It wasn't like the Philly game.
That's it. No, that's it. That game
they played well in
the Panther game is like a Jack game. That's the one you miss Jack the most, because you have this guy who's a force multiplier, right? In Jack Hughes, who's going to go out there and he's going to create offense. He's going to create high danger chances. He's going to be a threat every time he's on the ice, every time he's on a power play, every time he's on just at 5-on-5, PK, doesn't matter. The game that you miss Pesce the most are the games like Philadelphia, the games like Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay game actually pissed me off, if not the same, a little bit more than the Philadelphia game. Tampa Bay, they're loaded up front. They have a ton of, you forget how much firepower they have down there with, Getzel and like Hagel, and they have tons of big names down there. But
and they got injuries too.
Reeling. Yeah, they
but
have
and you know what?
Defensing. Steven Santini
was
started
out
for them.
I know. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, is that the same Steven Santini
what?
What? No way.
It's like walking into a bar and a buddy from high school is still working there, and you're like, dude, you're still here? What are you doing here? I thought you had this big fancy job. Nope. Still my mom's basement.
And Dubs, I think in the old comments section over here on the YouTube, Dubs, I think Steven and Michael hit the nail right on the head here with that bottom six. Yeah, Paul Cotter and Stefan Noesen. These are two guys that we got a lot of production from last year.
Oh, Noesen,
and right now,
especially, they're nowhere.
Noesen had a career year. This is a career year for him. Most points, most goals. And right now, it has just been nothing. So, yeah, right now,
what the hell,
Dubs? I agree.
And that's the thing too.
That bottom six?
What is going on with that? Different characters.
This is
different cast.
This
of
is
characters,
why.
Same damn.
This
result.
is why when Jack Hughes goes out, now all of a sudden your bottom six, they're not doing anything again, and it's like, what's happening? And I know Noesen was hurt, but Paul Cotter wasn't. He is, he was streaky, but he was putting some goals in the net last year. Glenn Denning, I don't think we're going to get a lot of offensive, firepower for him, but hell's bells, is he a beast in that face-off circle, and he has proven his worth. But Dandonoff being dinged up. Who the hell knows what's going on with Cody Glass? Connor Brown.
He's if Glass broke his shoulder, he's gone until at least February at a minimum, if not more. The way he fell into the boards, he fell into the boards the same way Jack Hughes fell into the boards. And if you remember how long Jack was out, it's like the same. It's the same thing. Some people said like 4 to 6, but I think it's way more than that.
You got to get, and Connor Brown was just out again. You got to get him back up to speed. It's going to take a little time. Dandonoff as well. Dadanoff. I always say it wrong. Dadanoff. I always say Dandonoff instead of Dadanoff. But you got to get him going.
Trading Steven Santini for Wayne Simmons wasn't going to work out. I think it worked out. I don't know. Wayne Simmons was cool, but
and yeah, I mean, Dubs, they need to get out of the shell shock of Jack Hughes not being there, but I just don't think you could put it all on Nico Hischier. I mean, he's out there playing his heart out. He's scoring goals. Yeah. He's setting them up. Yeah, he was on a bad streak there. But he's starting to put some stuff in there. And let me tell you, nothing got me more excited than seeing Nico Hischier grab Rodriguez from Florida and just start boom, boom, boom. That got me pumped. That's my captain right there.
By the way, Corbin nailed it on the head. How are you supposed to get any kind of like chemistry when you're constantly shuffling around these lines? And you have to shuffle around these lines because I think it was I forget what game it was, but Sheldon Keefe was basically saying like somebody asked him in a scrum like why are you moving people around? And he's like because some guys aren't doing anything, and we need to get them going. And it sucks because you don't.
We just talked about it. Mason, Cotter, you got to get these guys going.
And Stephen Herschel Walker Golf. Sorry, Stephen Herschel Golf. But every time I read that, I was like, Stephen Herschel Walker Golf.
Walker.
I was watching that. I was watching the documentary. That documentary, the Cowboys one. It's like, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, anyways, the one with Jerry Jones and everything.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
I own the Cowboys. It's like interesting.
I did everything.
It's interesting.
Jerry Jones, no, you didn't.
But it's also like.
Or Jimmy Johnson. Like, no.
It wasn't Jimmy Johnson. But yeah, sorry. Stephen Herschel Walker Golf. Yes, can Nico play first, second, and third line center? No, he can't.
I wish he could.
Just call me. He said, "Just call me Herschel Walker." Done. Deal. Herschel Walker. No, and Herschel Walker actually said before, like Fitz needs to go and try to make a trade for a center, and we've talked about that in depth too, like for a while now, and that was something that before the season started we mentioned a lot. And now with Jack,
there's one out there that I think a lot of people really feel would be a good fit for the team, and he probably would be out of Nashville, not named Steven Stamkos. I think it would be a perfect person to fill in that where Cody Glass should be playing with Ryan O'Reilly.
And he brings size, he brings grit, he brings experience, he brings
determination. He's another lead by example.
He's a big tangent. He's another force multiplier there. So we'll segue into this next question because I know the Quinn Hughes thing has been popping up like crazy lately, and a lot of people are chomping on the bit because the comments that have been coming out of Vancouver are like, well, does it make sense to move him now? I think it probably makes sense to move him now if he doesn't want to, work with the club. All signs seem like Quinn is really trying to work his way out. I love how he says he doesn't work with the. What?
Do you see what Quinn's strategy is, though? I think what Quinn's strategy is like, I'm just going to take over some of these games that we should be losing and we should be going down the standings so we get a higher draft pick next year. But I'm going to win some of them just so we stay a little bit more in the middle just to piss off management until they're like, just get rid of them. Just get rid of them.
Out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get out of here. So here
He
comes
won it
here comes the
again?
question.
Damn it!
Here comes the question. Like, because there's a lot of people that say like, oh, you could get Quinn and he could solve a lot of problems. He could
No.
be just let me finish
Look-
before you jump on that.
What?
So there's a lot of people that say like Quinn could be a good answer to the defensive woes that we have. And there's a lot of people that say, no, stupid. Like, Brett Pesce's coming back. The defense will be okay. It will be fine. We need depth
Don't forget
scoring.
Kovacevic
And
as
we-
well.
And Kovacevic is on the horizon. We need depth scoring. Let's pretend, because all of us know you have 2 contracts that you have to move. We all understand that we're against the cap and LTIR pool $5 million deep into that. Blah 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 blah. So obviously, any move has to be predicated with some kind of Palat going bye-bye or send him to Nashville. They're in the retirement home that is Nashville with all those guys. Or Dougie or like whatever. Like there's going to have to be a significant move to move money around to bring anybody in. With that being said, and Herschel Walker, thank you for the list that you provided because there's a lot of really interesting names. Now, Tage Thompson, though, I will say off of your list, Tage Thompson is a guy that Buffalo has reportedly said, no, we are never going to move him. So
They're not.
Unless he really forces his way out. And this was on 32 Thoughts the other day with Elliot Friedman.
Did you
but
just see
unless
what
he
Dubs
really-
posted there?
No, what did Dubs put?
Puckpedia has estimated returns for Pesce and Glass November 29th, which is right around the corner.
Oh,
The
Glass that
reinforcements
early?
are coming. The
Yeah, but the
reinforcements are coming.
Came and we lost 3 in a row.
Well,
Remember
these
when
guys
last
got to
time
get.
you said it last Sunday? You said reinforcements are here.
Yeah, but they
And
got to
womp
get
womp
back
womp.
up to speed, though. They do need to get back up to speed. I'm hoping for more from Connor Brown. I really am, because he's another one of those guys with the intangibles and all that, and he's been great for this team so far. But he got dinged up, and now a little Maryland silent treatment. But do I think that's going to last? No, I think, and I think whoever was at Corbin was talking about the line. Yeah, like the lines are just, it's almost going back to the, we all remember the days of John Hines. Like we didn't have a set line for the entire season.
Oh,
like he just
Jesus,
switched
yeah.
every game.
You'd be
it was
like,
a
hey,
different combination of lines.
Who's your first line? You'd be like, I don't know. Nico might be.
I
There.
have no
I don't
idea.
know. He might be third
He
line
might be
center
there.
tonight. You never. But
Taylor Hall's
yeah,
playing fourth line left wing tonight. That's
Yeah.
what's going on. Yeah.
yeah.
He's only
Taylor
got
Hall,
like 45
third
goals,
pairing
but John
defenseman.
Hines is going to move him to the fourth line. Yeah.
yeah. But Herschel Walker brings up Alex Tuck. First of all, yes, 100% that.
Yep.
Yes. Big, mean,
Gonna be pricey.
aggressive, scores. Going to be pricey. His contract, when it comes up, is going to cost you probably in that 10 area. Robert Thomas, yeah, because the Matchbook 20 fans would also join our team. Steven Stamkos, Stammer is not a bad choice because you could always put Stammer with Jack and
That would be amazing.
with-
I would love to see that, but I think the reality is more O'Reilly.
I think
but
O'Reilly
yeah, I would
makes
love
the
to
most
just
sense.
see.
Yeah, for sure.
I would love to see Stammer with Jesper and Jack, because maybe that would like revitalize him a little bit. But I
Yeah.
would, if we could somehow pull that off. Yeah, I would love to see that. But I think the reality is that you think when Jack comes back, he fills that void. I mean, that's what we're all hoping and working for. The big question with him is going to be the Olympics, which, I mean, Jack is only 24, so he's going to have other opportunities to play in the Olympics, but I just don't want to see him. I just don't want to see him rush back
Don't tease
purely for the Olympic standpoint of things, and then end up like injuring himself worse in the Olympics, and then being like, well, no, I can't play the rest of the season for the Devils. That's the one thing I don't want to see. So we got to see how his timeline really works out, because it's estimated mid-January, which would give him a couple weeks, and then right into the Olympic break.
Kaplan
Maybe we
was
could talk
saying
to
on
Tate
the broadcast the other
and
day.
be like, Tate, Come on.
Tate.
Make Jack stay home. Come on, Tate. Don't let him go
rub
to the
his
Olympics.
hand.
Come on. Come on, Tate. Convince him. Convince him to stay home, Tate. Convince him. Come on.
You got it, guys. She's a huge fan of our podcast. And
I'm
what you
sure
guys
she
don't know
is.
is she is. She listens all the time. How do you think she started dating Jack Hughes? She's like,
I've been listening to these guys,
and they sound great.
She actually,
They're
she gives
hilarious.
Sam Wu notes all the time.
Sam, check this out. Go get yourself a
Tate-
Palat jersey already.
Tate and Mrs. Wu are BBFs.
Oh yeah.
No, Corbin. Don't start.
Corbin.
Don't start
Speak
with
my
Bear Baron
language.
here.
Start
Oh,
my language.
boy.
They get that Brady Kachuk train moving. That would be the answer, dude. That would be such a good. Oh my god! I know you guys hate it and read it. I could feel the keys blistering. I could feel the hatred just seething out of some nerd's face right now. Brady Kachuk would be the answer, dude. It would fix. It would fix. It would fix
I heard,
so
heard
many
they were
things.
talking about
And
Jack on their podcast.
They did, and they were super positive about Jack Hughes and like very like complimentary. They're good, like they might be goons, but they're like good dudes, man. And like I honestly like you just he would fix so many things. He'd fix the grittiness, goal scoring.
Mm-hmm.
I would possibly even say Nico. I'm sorry, buddy, I love you, but you might have to give the C to Brady over here. This guy just bodied somebody in the corner and then punched their mom in the face. Like he knows what he's doing out here. Like just if you can't get the boys going, I'm pretty sure Brady will. Oh my God.
Herschel Walker. They need to do a mini golf date, obviously.
Herschel Walker. It's the best. That's the best name ever.
No, Dubs. We know that Ottawa isn't. They're not interested. We know. We're just teasing. It was
Dubs,
all
you
that
never
Corbin's
know.
fault for putting it in the chat.
Ottawa might
Blame Corbin.
Ottawa does Ottawa things. Ottawa does crazy things. It might be like, you know what? During the Olympics, watch what's going to happen. The Olympics are going to happen. He's going to go rage and like murder Canada and like, you know, put up like 10 goals in a game or something like that. And Ottawa's going to be like, we can't have him here. It looks terrible for us. We're Canada. We're like the capital of Canada. Oh, God. Oh, give me some poutine to think this over with. Oh, my God. I'm Tara Molson. And then they're gonna freak out. And people are going to be posting like, oh, get rid of him. Sorry about this, but get him out of here, you know? And then they're going to make a trade. They're going to trade Brady.
Let me get the door
Kachuk
for you,
yeah, they're going to be like, oh, I'll pack your bags and carry him to your car, but you're no longer welcome here. Well, maybe you're welcome here, but not on our team anymore, okay? All right, thanks. Sorry. I don't want to say sorry again. Oh, sorry, but you're not welcome. And then they like pack his bags politely, folding everything neatly, washing it before they put it into the bag. A little air freshener in there. And then they bring him to the airport in a nice limousine, and they send him on his way. And they welcome him. Oh, Andre Palat. Oh, we've heard lots of good things from you from New Jersey. I hear you're a good teammate, and you put up like 100 goals a year. Oh, man, you're like the next Wayne Gretzky, eh? And that's what
you take high sticking penalties like a champ, eh?
well, you really are a force multiplier, yeah. You go out there, you really do it, huh? Oh, you're really a real hoot. Oh God, I'll stop.
Well, we know that Brady is not for sale. We all know that. It would fit perfectly with our team. Obviously, that's why it keeps coming up over and over again. Even though he would fit perfectly with just about every team out there, but where we are in our ascent in the NHL with all of our roster and everything, it would be a great match. But no, Ottawa's made some good moves, and I still don't know how I feel about those new red unis that they have. But overall, they have a really strong team, and they're going to continue to get better too.
Sure. No, they won't. They're going to suck forever. And they're in Canada. It's super cold up there. And nobody likes him because he's an American. Just come home. Come to New Jersey. You'd be a god. He would be an absolute rock star if he was on this team too. You imagine that crushing beers after a game, and here comes Brady Tkachuk, just like high fiving you and headbutting your friend. Like, dude, he's like your best friend. He's like your best friend kind of guy, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, listen, we all know it would be great. It would all be great for the team.
It's probably not going to
and all
happen.
that,
I understand. I understand.
But yeah, we know it's not going to happen. But we're just having some fun with it.
We got it.
But no, I mean, like, listen, the thought of Stamkos, I know I mentioned it before on Devils After Dark, really would get me excited. Him with Jack and Jesper, I think Stammer would put up some numbers, even in his, advanced stage and everything like that. He would still put up some numbers playing with those two, and that would be a lot of fun. See now. Well, younger than us. I mean, like, well, yeah, but in his career, he's been around for quite some time.
His advanced hockey age, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's been around he's not like 22 years old anymore.
Since what? Since like he came into the league. How old was he? 19, 20, 21, somewhere around there.
I would have to look it up. I really don't.
He has been in the league forever, though.
I don't know off the top of my head.
He played.
He's been around for a long time.
I think St. Louis was still on Tampa Bay when he came in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably, yeah. I would think so. But let me tell you, man, that top line, woo! I would love to see that. Okay, and then you get a Nico, Timo, Dawson after that. Okay, now, who am I defending against? All right, I just survived. I barely survived Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, and Steven Stamkos. Now I got Nico, Timo, and Dawson Mercer coming at me. Then on your see, that's where you again that bottom six depth. Who's going to be that third line center? Is Stefan Nason and Connor Brown, are they going to be the wings? Who's going to be that center? Because Cody Glass ain't around.
When he comes back.
You got Glenn Denning. You got Paul Cotter.
Cody Glass.
You could get McEwen if he doesn't get hurt again.
If he ever,
on that fourth line. Oh, I almost forgot about Gritsuk. You got to put Gritsuk somewhere. And Dadonov.
The Dadonov might be a part of like a. If you could get him and Gritsuk on a line, I think that would be beneficial too.
What if you make that your third line, and then you have Connor Brown and Paul Cotter playing on the fourth? Like there's
downtown Connor Brown.
There's ways you can do it. But you see, when you take that Jack Hughes out of the equation, it makes everything go a little haywire for a minute. But I really think they need to spread that wealth out right now. You got to have Connor Brown on that third line. I think you put Grits and Jesper Bratt together on the second line, and you keep Nico Hischier, Timo, and Dawson Mercer together. I would like to keep them because I think you're going to have to move Dawson to center for that second line. It's tough. But I really feel that that's a big thing, is spreading out that offense. I think that, Steven Angle, if you got the top lines all taken care of, that's with our hypothetical Stamkos in the center of Jack and Jesper. So, I don't know where else, unless Connor Brown plays the third line with Gritsuk, and you put Dadonov on the fourth line wing with Paul Cotter and Glenn Denning. You could do that as well. But I'm just saying, you get that other center position, and even it's the other way. If it's Ryan O'Reilly, like you can make that happen again. But then you need that healthy Jack Hughes. But I still feel like Nico, Timo up on the top, get Jesper and Grits together, keep Connor Brown on that third line for now, and you spread that stuff out.
Lamico. Yeah, Lamico does need to watch the game from the press box. Lamico, Lama, Nama gonna be on my team anymore, I'll tell you that much. By the way, Stephen Angle, I love that Stephen Angle 8762. So that means there's 8,761 other Stephen Angles floating out in the universe. Which it's not true, but that stupid stuff makes me like, once again, my ADD. Just chiming in. Dude is a third line center. God. All right, Dubs. Listen. He's a third line center, this team, I don't know what it like last year. By the way, can you, Scotty, if while I'm talking about this, while I'm rambling on for a minute, can you look up Eric Hollis' stats and just see how many goals he has? I'm just
Does he
curious.
have any?
He has like.
I'm not sure he has any.
In the beginning of the season, he had like 3 goals, and everyone's like, "Oh, we messed up. We gave up on Eric Holla. Look at him. Look at us doing great now." So Eric Holla, Lazar, who's up in Edmonton now, and who was the other one that was in and Bastion? Who I don't even know if Bastion's on the team right now. Is
We feel bad about us. Imagine if we were Oiler fans. Oof.
Oh, the Oilers right now. Woo-hoo. Yeah.
Hey, maybe Connor McDavid wants to come over and play as well.
Yeah,
We'll trade you 1-for-1. Seamus Casey for Connor McDavid. 1-for-1. Straight up.
One for one. And hey, listen, we're taking a bath on this deal. All right, we're taking a little bit of a hit. I know, but we'll get that. What is his name? Connor McDonald, whatever his name is, whatever his name is. Well, you give him up, you know. The Flyers own you. Oh, it's a Flyer fan. Hi, Flyer fan. The Flyers, who haven't won since probably before you were even a thought in your dad's nutsack. Good for you. Listen, the Flyers. Whoa, the Flyers, they own you guys. We beat you. We got you. Okay. Good for you. Flyers goat.
We'll see by the end of the season. I'm not as concerned with the Philadelphia Flyers right now.
Yeah, once you guys figure out how good Michkov is, and then you give up on him because you think he's a bum, and then he goes and plays other places. Anyways, yeah, dude. Oh, and then there he goes. See that? The universe righted itself. Yeah, it's funny because like when oh my God, Dubs, you and I are in the same wavelength. As soon as we get Glass back, that solves the problem too. It's just like it's the unfortunate side of what happens when your team sustains a massive amount of injuries like we did.
He seems to get hurt though often.
Often. I mean, let's not forget, I think he was a 7th overall pick, first round talent. And
he fits in perfect. See, that's what I was saying. Ryan O'Reilly would be a nice replacement for Cody Glass.
I mean, yes.
So
yes, he would.
But I mean, I don't know. I got to look at what Glass's I don't know what his contract is. But what did we sign?
Like,
you know, like
it's like 2.5 or somewhere around that. I think it's 2 years at like 2.5, something like that. I want to say it's 2. But
I would have to look it up.
It's just like, and look, what happened to him was like a freak accident. It's the same thing that happened to like Jack. The last 2 times Jack blew out his shoulder. It's like you're going for the puck. He was hustling on the play, back checking like a maniac. Broke up a possible 2-on-1, I think it was. Lost an edge, goes right into the boards, and went shoulder first, and that was that.
2 years, 2.5. Thank you, Stephen Engel.
Hey, damn! See, look at that. Look at the brain on me. I was right on that. Thank you, but thank you, Steve, to reassure that. But and listen, those things happen, and it's horrible. And like those, as soon as you see somebody sliding into the boards, it's you automatically hold your breath. You know, whether it's Jack, whether it's anybody. You see that injury to Romanov on the Islanders, where he was going into the boards, like basically getting hit from behind from Rantanen, going into the boards, went to brace himself, like put his arm up like this, and still like jacked himself up, and he's going to be out quite some time too. Injuries are bound to happen. You just hope that we get the injury bug out of the way. We get everybody start coming back healthy. You start with a win tomorrow. You get the boat, you know, right the ship, get everything going in the right direction, and all that kind of fun stuff. And like you said, you start pressing that fourth line. You start getting some productivity out of that fourth line. You got to get those guys going. I don't know how you get them going, because it feels like every time we play a goaltender, we're playing the ghost of Martin Brodeur. And they just have to figure it out.
I mean, Dubs and everybody. I mean, you guys bring up a great point too with, Glass. I mean, that's another reason for this loss of bottom six scoring. He's only played 10 games. He's got 3 goals. It's only 3 points, but that's 3 goals in 10 games. And you look at someone, I'm not trying to pick on him or anything like that, but you look at Paul Cotter right now, he's got 21 games and he's only got 3 points. So they really, Stefan Nason's got 2 points on the season. Let me see how many games he's played. 15. He's a -5. Paul Cotter's a -8. These are 2 guys that put up substantial numbers last year, and they're just not there right now. Cody Glass, down. Glendening, you're not going to get a lot of that from Glendening. That's fine. He's there to be that.
He's your PK. He's your face-off specialist.
Yes.
He's your PK guy.
He's doing what we're expecting him to do. I'm not expecting him to start burying pucks in the back of the net. But Nace, I expect Stefan Nason to start getting some of those dirty goals like he was in front of the net. Even if it is on the power play. But I mean, something just to get him going. And Paul Cotter, I want to see those hands.
Generating consistent offensive zone pressure too. You can't have lines that are going in, not able to get the puck deep, not able to get the opportunities, not able to set up any kind of like passing lanes. You watch sometimes and it's like the puck comes in and it's right back out. You watch it and
if you thought that was bad,
they make it.
In 21 games, Mr. Andre Palat has only got 2 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he also was part of 2 own goals as well. That one that went off his shoulder.
So and that washes it out, right?
It washes out. It's a wash.
That's a wash. That's a wash. You're at 0 points. You have 0 points. It's like when you're playing cornhole. You throw it in. Somebody throws it in. You put those points just they cancel each other out. That's it.
But Glendening's got. It's very discouraging. I'm just looking at the point totals for the team, and Palat and Nason are at the very bottom with Siegenthaler, who I'm not expecting to be racking up the point totals either. He's got 2 points, and I'm totally fine with that, Siegs. You just keep doing what you're doing on defense.
Oh wow! Michael Hayes said that Romanov injury. He's out for the season. That's crazy.
Well, if he's going to be out for the season, woof. Another one, Dougie Hamilton coming back. We need to get him start doing more on the offensive side as well.
Defensively, in general, I feel like outside of Nemec, because Nemec has like been carrying that torch. Brandon Dillon has more goals on a year than most of our forwards, which is a scary thing to say out loud.
Brandon Dillon's got 7 points on the year. What's he got? 2 goals, 3 goals? 2 goals, 5 assists.
3. There you go. And he's got more goals than Andre Palat.
He's got 7 points on the year. Yeah. He's got more goals than Palat, Nason. How many? Let me see. How many is Glenn? And although I'm not, Luke, you're fine. Let me see. Yeah, more than Glendening doesn't have any. He's just got 3 assists. Not Cody Glass, not Cody. Okay, so he's got, more goals than Cotter, Glendening, Nason, and Palat. Brendan friggin' Dillon.
Yeah.
Now I know they were on 1 game, whatever, but still, that shows me,
he's
like everyone else out here, there's a problem with that bottom 6. So again, I'll go back to it. Is that on Nico?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Oh, good way to circle that wagon all the way around.
Like I did that
problem. Yeah, I like that. He's a
doesn't seem like
folks.
a Nico problem to me.
Yeah, they don't call him Hans because he's German. Listen, that is.
By the way, Nemec 13 points on the season. Him and Luke. Luke's got 12. He's got 13.
but everybody's like, Luke's not scoring, and he's showing up other places, dude. Those two kids,
Yeah, that's fine.
those two kids, you
The
can give them their flowers because those two kids have been working their asses off.
The
I don't
goals
care
will
what
come from him.
anybody
He
else
got
says.
11 assists on the year, 12 points. I'll take it. It's fine. Let Shimon be the guy who's got the golden touch this year. That's fine with me.
And don't
Just
forget,
stay
you got
healthy,
3-1
boys.
3-1 games.
Just stay healthy.
Stay healthy for crying out loud. Seriously.
That's
and don't be a part of
that's
some
the thing.
some knucklehead
this
trade
team.
either. Yeah,
That's
health.
with this team. It's the health.
How the hell are we?
That
how
is
are we
the big
sponsored
culprit.
by Barnabas Health, and we have the worst health of the team in the league? How's
Hey,
that
yeah,
a thing?
they need to.
How
They
come?
need to check the
how is
doctors
that a
over
thing?
there at RW Barnabas or whatever. What's
I mean,
going on?
if you were, they're like the New Jersey Devil, sponsored by Marlboro Red cigarettes. I'd be like, oh, all right, there we go. That's why we have so many freaking injuries. We're sponsored by doctors, and we have the most injuries in the league. So stupid.
We are sponsored by the Johnny Knoxville Stuntman Company. I can't imagine why everyone is getting hurt all the time.
Yeah.
No,
why are you
friggin'
Why are
hospital.
they always broken? And it's the hospitals. We're sponsored by the hospitals. We do need a new sponsor. We have plenty in New Jersey that we can pick from. we figure it out. We'll find something. Benjamin Moore Paint. There you go. There's one right there off the top of my head.
The New Jersey Devils, brought to you by Quick Check, and all of a sudden everyone's just a little bit heavier there.
A little bit heavier.
Jerseys
A little
with
bit
those-
heavier.
Get the Devil Sandwich combo.
Yeah. Hey guys, we're gonna drop these Wawa subs from the ceiling tonight because tonight's the Wawa sub of the game. Acme,
Oh,
the
man.
Acme Anvils. Yeah, dude.
The Acme.
Something. Get rid of our WJ Barnabas Health Center
Are
care.
there still Acme's open? I feel like that
Yeah, there's
all
an
those closed down in
Acme
the
in-
80s.
No, the one in Middlesex
Really?
closed down. That was a bummer. There's an Acme in, I think the one in Watchung or Warren is still open. I think the one in Warren.
Really? Is that
Yeah,
the last
in
one
Middlesex-
standing? Of the
It might be
company?
one of the last few. Unless you go down South Jersey, there's probably like a ton of them in South Jersey. They're like, dude, we got Wawas and Acmes. And you're like, all right, relax. Sorry. Don't shiv me over your Acme pride. But anyways,
man.
yeah. So sponsor Milk. You know who sponsors Milk? Is I think the Maple Leafs are sponsored by Milk.
Yes, but that's an
I'm not
actual
kidding.
company up there. Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
not.
no.
It's a company. It's just
No,
named. Milk.
not
It's
the not the actual, not just generic milk. Just hey, you know that
I mean, that would be
random bag
that
of
would
milk.
be like the ultimate, like, gaslighting. Because to be like, milk, it does a body good. Root for the Maple
Yeah.
Leafs, and that just can't be good for your mental health. Rooting for the Toronto
Yeah.
Maple Leafs, like I just can't say.
I guess
It's funny.
rooting
I
for the
saw that
Maple Leafs,
little. I saw
their
that
sponsor
video
should be like
of them.
BetterHelp.
Yeah, right. Did you see that? There was that video. It popped up in my timeline the other day of when they lost in Game 7 to Boston. They were up. Well, they were up like 4-1, and it's like these group of Leaf fans watching, and as like the Bruins just kind of like trickled their way back into and then won the game in OT. So
Yeah,
their misery, just their joy from being up 4-1 to their utter misery. It's very
It
Toronto Maple
is-
Leafs like.
is very Maple Leafs, and yeah, you think we've had it bad? Listen, thank God we're old enough to have
Oh.
seen the what?
Oh, our
We
Nina
make it
says
tr-
there's plenty of Acme's left. Okay. Saddlebrook and Montclair. Okay. And a couple in Monmouth County. What do you know?
Like I said, the further you go south, the more those Acme start popping up. Up here, this is ShopRite Company,
we-
folks. This is ShopRite.
We got the Ralphs out here in LA. The Ralphs,
Yeah.
like in the Big Lebowski. This is our most modest receptacle, sir. Is there a Ralph's around here? Let's go buy a coffee can. and put Donnie's ashes in the coffee can. I think that's the dude's
so good.
only form of identification, as well as his Ralph's,
His Ralph's
supermarket
card.
card.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
Ralph's card.
We need to we need to by the way, Jameis Winston, very quick, because I know we have to wrap up. We're overtime right now. Jameis Winston and the New York Giants today. Hell of a loss.
What a
If you're gonna
heartbreaker.
lose,
But
lose.
hey,
Not a heartbreaker, but at least they're trying, man. At least they're going out there and putting off an effort.
Yeah. I'm so glad
on them.
that they're putting Jameis Winston in instead of Russell Wilson. I don't know. I'd much rather see Jameis Winston out there. At least, yeah, he's gonna have a good time. The boys are gonna get behind them, and I don't know. It sucked that they lost, but man, they really had Detroit on the ropes there.
Yeah.
Those are no slouches.
And I tell you, the other part of
Oh,
it
there's one in
is
Hamilton, too.
The LA Rams are beating the Tampa Bay
The
Buccaneers
Bucs, yeah.
mightily. Yikes.
Oh wow, 31-7. Maybe I do have a shot at fantasy this week. We'll see. I doubt it, but
Ibuka,
hopefully
my
Devontae
receiver,
has like 5 touchdowns.
Well, Puka
But
Nacua has
we should
5
wrap it up
receptions
here.
for 80 yards. Oh yeah, we should before we get into fantasy football conversation.
Yeah, all of a sudden we completely do a 180 here and change the subject for the football.
But you know whose fault it isn't? Nico Heischer's.
Nico Heischer.
That's whose fault it isn't.
Yeah,
It's not his fault.
yeah.
Not
And
his
and that's going to be my final thought. I think everyone is quick to point the finger and everything like that, but it's been 3 games for this season. And I know we're all a little bit scarred up from the past couple seasons. It's like you were in that relationship and you had to let it go, and you're like, don't go back there. I went back 2 or 3 times and I just kept getting hurt over and over again. And I see the signs coming out one more time. It's only 3 games. Okay. I think before everyone puts it on Nico Heischer, let's talk it through like we did tonight. And let's really analyze what's going on here. The team's got a lot of injuries. There's a lot of holes that are showing up now because of said injuries, though they are scheduled to come back. Now, if it comes to, let's say, like mid-December, and we're still on these, like, we win 1 and then we lose 3, we win 1 and then we lose 3, then that's a different story. But right now, I don't think it's on Nico Heischer. I think Sheldon Keefe can give these boys a little more consistency in those lines. It might do a little bit of wonders, but this next game tomorrow night is going to be huge for this team. We talked about it. They are a beast at home, and they're going to be back at home. We know they don't really like playing on the road too much. So, okay, we're going to give you this little slack here. Philly game was very frustrating. Tampa was frustrating. The Florida one, though, you played a little better. You coming home. You play in Detroit in front of the fans in Jersey. I'm sure they're going to have a few cocktails at American Whiskey across the street, where Sam Wu might be. I'm not sure if he's going to be there tomorrow night. But let's get behind the boys, and let's really see how they do here at home. If they play a craptastic game and get blown out, what was it, 6-3 they lost to? If they do that again, then the eyebrows going up. But if they come out and they play well and they beat them, we can all relax a little bit. But I don't think it's Nico Heischer's fault.
No. There's a little button on everybody's computer. And sometimes it flashes red and it says panic really big. As Scotty's looking down at his computer, it doesn't exist, Scotty. I'm just joking around.
Oh no, I was looking at some of the comments real quick. No, Corbin's ready to be hurt again.
Just the timing of that was perfect. No, the little panic button that a lot of people, when they're typing up their messages or on their phone or wherever it is, that seem to hit it. There's a difference between having concern, having pause, and having panic. I think right now there's definite concern. The number of goals that we give up in some of these games, we're not losing 3-2. We're not losing 2-1. We're losing 6-3, 6-4. There's been a few of these games. I think out of all the losses that we have this year, I want to say at least 4 or 5 of them have been a goal heavy game for the other team. And that does make you take pause, right? That does make you a little concerned. The goaltending, it's been pretty solid for the most part with Jake Allen. Markstrom, a little bit shaky, but obviously there's something going on, as we said before. The forward situation where the goals just don't seem to be coming, guys are pressing a little bit. Hopefully that kind of resolves itself when we get a few guys back. With all that being said, I don't think it's time to panic yet. Does it make sense to make a trade? Sure. Maybe it makes sense to make a trade to bring in like an O'Reilly. Maybe it makes sense to bring in a proven third-line center or somebody of that ilk, right? But I don't think it's time to start pulling out all the stops, to start mortgaging the future all the way. I feel like there's still, look, you can have concern. You can have a little trepidation of what's going on with this team right now, but don't panic yet.
Trepidation. Wow.
Thanks, man. That's what happens when you're working on your master's program and you're like, why can't dumb work? Oh, I got to use a different word. Thanks, thesaurus.com. But yes, don't panic yet, guys. It's not time to panic. If Sam's right, if we go on an eight game losing streak, which he better not be right, yeah, then I'll panic a little bit. But right now, I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to be concerned. It's like that little red spot on your hand. You're like, oh, that'll be all right. Put a little Band-Aid on that.
Let me watch that for a day or two. See what happens.
But if it starts pulsating and getting hot, start to panic. So don't panic yet. I think the boys will be all right. We'll get the game going back on Monday or tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow Monday. And we'll be all right. It's going to be all good. All good.
We shall be. Well, thank you, everyone on YouTube and X and Instagram, Facebook, everyone watching. Sam Woo's going to have the show up, posted before midnight tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow we're back at it, Game Day Live with Vinny Parisi and Sam Woo, then Devils After Dark with yours truly and Sam. And who knows, maybe there'll be more special appearances by the Beer Baron.
Oh, maybe.
Look at that. Maybe. Stay tuned to find out here at the Let's Go Devils podcast. Thank you, everyone. And as always, let's go Devils.